Now that we understand addition and subtraction, we can start to think about how we should understand a more complicated operation, multiplication. And there are a couple of ways that we're going to think about this, but the first and simplest way to think about this is just as repeated addition. So if I want to think about three times 4, I can think of that as repeatedly adding 4 to itself 3 times. So I have 4 plus 4 plus 4. This thing that I read as 3 times 4, it really is the number 4 added to itself 3 times. And of course, we know that this is 12. But we're building an understanding of multiplication here that's going to help us to move forward to work with more complicated numbers. We can think of this in terms of our object model. We want to take 3 times 4. We can take 4 objects, and we can make 3 copies of that. 1, 2, 3. And we see that we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 objects in that way. 3 times 4. We are correct in believing that that's 12. We can also think about this in terms of our vectors. We can draw the vector 4. And then we can copy that. And again, we can make 1, 2, 3 copies of the vector 4. And we see again that that makes up the vector 12. But it seems like something's missing here. You know, we're not really taking advantage of the fact that these are all the same number. The other issue with this is that this doesn't help us to develop a way of multiplying large numbers. Right, we wouldn't want to do 87 times 921 by adding up 87 copies. In order to take advantage of the fact that these are all the same number, we're going to need to come up with a different way of thinking about multiplication. And that's going to be the subject of our next video.